server for about 22 years. I've been in the industry a very, very long time. Can't help it. I have a sick obsession with people, food. I love to do it. I have such a crazy personality. I'm almost bipolar because I'm one way at home, and when everybody sees me at work, I'm a whole different person.
Well, you have to be.
You really have to. You got to be so many different personalities. With a certain generation, you got to be that boom, 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 laughing, making them go. With women, you got to be a certain way. With men, you can be this way. With the older generation, more respectable. And for some reason, it just works. My mom was a server, so I watched her in the industry when I was growing up. So it's kind of a family thing. Kind of crazy. She even thought it was weird that I got into this industry. She was like, "You're the one kid I didn't think had it in you," but she goes, "You surpassed me many years ago."
So what made you decide to do this in Tehachapi?
Well, for one, we have loved this town. We've only been up here about 2 years, but we've always come up here just to get away from the craziness of the rest of the world. It was always quiet.
Amen.
It's true.
Yeah.
True. Fell in love with it many years ago, and then we just found the perfect time to get out, came up here, and I'm at that point in my life where it's time to do something.
Yeah.
And be settled and not do something for somebody else, but do something for me and my family.
Well, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Certainly. Hence T.Town clothing company and everything.
Yep.
And it's funny because, you know, my wife and I, who is sitting over here, and we have your daughter over here, right?
Yep.
So we actually have a live audience tonight, which is fantastic.
Sweet.
But yeah, we're implants too. And we talked about that on the pre-first episode. And it's interesting because we came up here for the same reasons, and geez, we just fell in love with Tehachapi, like as a whole, right? And just the people and in the community, we just absolutely love it. So I'm super excited for you guys to get started with everything with Jay's Hideaway. But to my understanding, there is another location in Rosamond.
Yes.
Rosamond.
There
we go. I said it right.
About 30 minutes away.
So can you tell us a little bit about that? And is it going to be similar if people have been there before?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
So our dear friends Joe and Jen Romero started that.
Big shout out.
Yeah, of course.
Joe and Jen.
Yeah, they've been family friends for a very, very long time. My husband and him knew each other from young ages, and they're just good-hearted people, and they started their thing. In fact, it was a Crazy Autos prior to that, and they wanted to change things up a little bit. So they got away from there, and then they started Jay's Hideaway. It is a first responder loyalty love. It's we back the blue, we back our firemen, we back our military,
Awesome.
We back anyone who's on the front lines to protect us. It's not being political, it's just showing the love to the men and women who are trying to keep us all safe, no matter what position they're in. And I can't say I couldn't be happier to be a part of that brand.
That is amazing. I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I guess when we get to the other fun stuff we have sitting here, we'll find that out. Ladies, are we good on sound? Yeah, we're good. We're good on sound. Awesome. Well, I didn't know that it was all like first responders kind of oriented, you know, so I'm so happy that we got to learn that, and this is a great town for that, by the way.
Yep.
So we always appreciate anybody that comes in and does that stuff, because, you know, police officers, firefighters,
we need them.
EMTs, any of those guys, we absolutely do, and the more we can all support it, the better it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
So
they need the love and support.
Absolutely. And that's kind of the premise and the theme.
Yes.
I would imagine, right?
Yes, we're gonna have our flags up. In fact, Joe Romero is making flags.
Awesome.
I wish I had some pictures to show you, but you know they're good sized. I can't really.
Well, just
figure
tag
dimensions.
us. Tag us when you post it, and then we'll
I'm hoping
share
to get some of those up this week in the
Awesome.
restaurant, and then I wanted to kind of start showing pictures because it's still under renovation right now.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But we want to get some things going and just show the love. My best friend was a firefighter, and he lost his life in the Station 13 fire.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And he was such a good man.
Yeah.
I mean, an amazing man, just the sweetest thing. And all he wanted to do his whole life was just help people. And I think what better way is just to give them the love back. And even
Absolutely.
if it's like half off for their meal. Okay, well, because they don't even get time to stop and eat. you know, they're always go, go, go. You never know when that alarm's going to hit.
Yeah, we've had a few instances with a couple fires, not our fault, here in town, and the firefighters are incredible.
Yeah, God bless them.
You know, luckily enough, we haven't had a lot of run-ins with the police officers in town.
Yeah,
obviously,
well, if you're not breaking the law, you have nothing to worry about.
Exactly, but nonetheless, I think this community is really going to love that. Just based on what we see. Obviously, you guys have been to Mountain Festival and you've done Veterans Day and all those different things that we do here. So to have a location we can go and patronize and eat at that supports that, I think everybody's absolutely going to love that. So that's an incredible thing that I had no idea about, by the way, everybody. So I love hearing about that. So we have had, like I said before, a lot of questions come in.
Yes.
Where is this going to be located?
All right, it is at 20424 Bryan Way, formerly known as Kelly's Chuckwagon Cafe. Herb, the owner, he was ready to retire and, you know, and have some fun in his life without having to worry about this and worry about that, you know.
Actually,
trust me, I've been seeing a lot, and, you know, I try to get as much response to everybody, but it's kind of hard to keep up with everybody. So right now, you know, we're just trying to give the place some love and bring in something new and exciting. And
did people know that Herb was retiring, or is this kind of something new?
I think a lot of people didn't realize it. We kind of talked amongst ourselves. We didn't really blast a lot of things.
Right.
It wasn't until a couple weeks ago we kind of said, hey, we did a thing.
Right.
You know, and people are sad because they didn't want to see Herb leave. I mean, of course, he's going to still come in and have breakfast with his buddies and everything like that. It's just now he gets just to be a regular Joe.
Right.
You know,
and he gets to enjoy it.
Exactly, and relax and not worry about the stress of the day-to-day. I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to be the stress. So it's all good because I'm ready for it. But he wants to spend time with his family. What's wrong with that?
Listen, it sounds like this guy has worked a lifetime to build that brand. So the fact he gets to retire is an amazing thing. Mm-hmm. And then couldn't be better people taking over, right?
Definitely want to keep up the good love and the support of the community like he did.
So, and this is in Old Town for maybe anybody that's new to the area. Is that technically Old Town? Am I wrong here?
I wouldn't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it's Old Town. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's right there behind Wild Rose.
Yes.
Right? So everybody knows where Wild Rose is.
How can you not?
Yeah, so it's going to have a whole new face.
Yes.
Everything. And I think we'll get into that here. Specific setting or decor. What can we expect when we walk in? Is this a family setting? Is it going to be a lot of flags everywhere? I think you already hinted to that a little bit.
There's going to be some love for our flags up in there. I can't help it. I love my country and I love my first responders.
Amen.
And want to just give them the support. But I'm also a diner girl. I'm not a restaurant girl. I'm a diner. I like the old school. If I may say,
now we're getting into it. Here we go.
Okay? I'm the old school. I like to have fun. I want to make it easy. Let's just have a good time. Let me fill your belly. Let me get you the warm coffee, hot coffee, I should say, and just have a good time when you're having your meal.
So diner, not restaurant.
Yeah.
Diner. What is the difference?
Well, I see with a restaurant, you have to keep more of a certain way about yourself.
Right.
With a diner, you can be a little loose. You can, say things kind of little out of context, but not so offensive that someone's going to be like, oh my God. But you can, I hope this is okay to say, but a little smart-assy.
Yeah.
But you're bringing it with also class, and you're just having a good time. You want people to enjoy themselves. You want them to feel like when they're sitting in there, they're family. Like they're going to get to know you. They're going to know your people that are working there. You all become like one. And so when they walk through the door, I'm horrible with names, but hey, you want a hot cup of coffee and you want pancakes. I'll got you. It's little things like that makes that feel. And
you want that sense of community, right? So they walk in, you know what they want, especially if they order that constantly. Right? So, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah,
I guess that is true.
It just gives it a little something more. And I am not your average server. I have always been known as a little crazy, but it worked in my favor.
Are you hiring other people to be servers for you? Is this going to be very family oriented as far as staff?
I am definitely trying to keep it family oriented. I have no problem on the outside. Like, Herb's daughter is staying with us.
Awesome. I think a lot of people are going to be super happy about that. Yeah.
I definitely wanted to keep some familiar faces because I know change is good, but it also can ruin everything.
Right.
You can't just walk in somewhere and just wipe out everything without some kind of consequence coming back. So if you can keep a familiar face, it helps. It makes the transition that much easier.
Right.
And then that way they get to know me and then hopefully fall in love with everything else that goes with it.
And I think that we need to ask this question too. Your family lives in Tehachapi.
Yes, sir.
I think that got, or it was misunderstood when you first said, hey, Jay's Hideaway.
Yeah.
Come to Tehachapi. And then people were like, oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
You know, in Roseman. So you guys have lived here for how long?
About 2 years.
About 2 years. So yeah, this is not just somebody coming in randomly and
Exactly.
throwing in a place to go eat at, right? So
Yeah.
this is still local. It's hometown, and it's gonna have that feel.
Yes.
You
Well,
guys-
actually, a lot of the people in Tehachapi go to Roseman to that restaurant.
So they know.
So they already know. Yes, they know Joe and Jen. We're licensing the name, but I'm going to be the face
Right.
for this location.
Right.
And so they're still going to be there, and you know they're still helping me with everything. And I mean, they've definitely been helps and just kind of calming us down through everything because it's been pretty stressful.
Oh, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Well, the snow didn't help.
Oh,
I don't think it's helped anybody at this point.
No,
so.
it kind of stopped my construction a little bit.
Right.
Even though my guys couldn't come up to help finish the job, I would still be there. We've been pulling 10, 12-hour days. I'm just trying to make sure everything looks as good as possible.
Right,
And take
right.
care of it and give it the love that it deserves.
Which is everything in Tehachapi, I feel like, right? Everybody wants that, and they feel that. So people have been coming down to Rosemont.
Mm-hmm.
They have that expectation that's going to be upheld here at this new location.
Yes.
With people that live in Tehachapi.
Yes.
So everybody, we clear that one up right
Yes.
away.
I
Well,
live in
couldn't be-
Tehachapi. Joe and Jen live in Roseman.
If somebody is traveling down there, where is that location in Roseman?
It's off of Diamond Street.
Diamond
So
Street,
if they get off the freeway, just go down right to Diamond Street, turn right, and you can't miss it. It's on the right-hand side.
Perfect.
Caddy corner from Carl's Hardware.
Carl's Hardware, Caddy Corner. That's where it is down
That's
there.
it, yep.
Just in case you're traveling south. If not, when you guys open, they can just
Come see me.
go over there off Brian's Way, right?
Yes, sir.
So we talked about decor. You're sharing a lot of that with us. Are you going to keep anything from Kelly's Chuck Wagon?
Yes.
Awesome.
There are a few things we are keeping. I made sure whatever Herb wanted to keep for himself, it is all yours. You take what you want.
Right.
There were a few pieces that we did ask to keep, and so he's like, no problem.
So you're keeping it still like in the family, so
Exactly.
to speak, right?
I don't want to scare the town off.
Right.
You know, like, oh my God, somebody new just changed everything. I didn't want that.
And it's great to have you on so people know that.
Exactly.
You know, and I think they need to hear that because we saw things on Facebook and sometimes people don't understand.
Yeah.
Right? So it's important to get that information out.
Exactly.
Well, you've been here for 2 years. My wife Chelsea and I have been here for almost 6. Absolutely changed our lives moving up here.
Oh.
But the one thing I always say, and tell me if I'm wrong, Tehachapi is underrated for food. Underrated in my opinion. Portions, quality of the food, pricing for that matter. Anybody's more than welcome to go back down to Thousand Oaks and go get a meal for $900.
Go for it. Knock
You know,
yourselves out.
so
or come see me a few times and save a bit of
Yeah.
money.
So, is there? Are you bringing something different into Tehachapi? Is it going to be kind of like hearty food? Is it what are we looking at with that?
I mean, we're gonna have the best way to put it. Bring your appetite.
Bring your appetite.
Bring your appetite.
So we're going to talk about just bigger sizes
Yes.
and comfort food.
Exactly. You know, especially when we have those snowy days.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
helps.
yeah. If we can get out, because we know what took us a little while to get on. Some folks were stuck in the snow, but we're good.
Yes, we made it. We survived.
And no, it wasn't Jamie.
No, it's not me.
So everybody should know. Our dear friends Rich and Ashley, big shout out to them.
Yes.
Which you guys got along great, which is
so crazy. Small
insane.
world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Small world.
So comfort food, big portions. Anything that you would suggest if somebody had never been to the Roseman location? Like, what would you say your favorite thing about your menu is? Or one item or several items?
Well, that's a hard one. But
Yeah.
omelets, you can never go wrong.
Omelets.
You know, you can never go wrong with a good old-fashioned omelet.
Okay.
Hash browns, good homemade biscuits and gravy.
I like
it. That just, biscuits and gravy alone can make you happy.
I like it.
But French toast has always been one of my favorite sweets. That
My
thick,
guilty pleasure.
Right? But it's that nice, thick Texas toast.
Yeah.
So it's not this itty-bitty little thing. It's going to fill you.
It's like a big piece of bread lathered with everything I love.
How can you not?
Right? So perfect. And you guys are going to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
It's breakfast and lunch. It's going to be open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., 7 days a week. Now, not knowing, maybe down the road in about a couple years, I just want to make sure everything goes well this way first.
Right.
Before I step into that ball game.
For the dinner stuff.
For the dinner stuff, yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Can you get a Bloody Mary over there?
No.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
My main focus was getting the food and everything ready before I stepped into getting an alcohol license or anything like that.
Well, it's pain in the butt.
True. And it's just, I've done everything on my own.
Yeah.
Getting through the health department, going and getting my DBA done. Every step has been done by myself. I have worked my butt off to make sure I get everything done just right. And that was just one more piece of paper I couldn't do right now.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Yeah, it's not easy going
not.
through all that. But I had to ask. I'm a
Of
fan
course.
of a good Bloody Mary on a Sunday,
I
right?
definitely understand it. Can never say never, but right now, no.
But it's just proof that, look, if we need to be a good community and come out and support you guys. Yes. We have to try it out.
Just give me a shot.
And you guys are going to uphold that end of the bargain. Yes. I'm very confident in that. So I'm super excited about it. So breakfast and lunch.
Yes.
Dinner potentially down the road.
Yes.
Anything for lunch you would suggest?
Oh, burgers. How can you go wrong with a good old-fashioned burger? Ring of fire, baby. So
is that the name of
that's one of the burgers.
That is one of the burgers.
You got to have a surprise. You just got to come in and try it.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, we'll
we'll
keep
leave
the
a little
suspense
tease.
like we did
Exactly.
before, right? So awesome, perfect. We're moving right down the list here. I really like it. By the way, this is kind of structured, but not to the fullest extent.
No, I love this. This is so comfortable.
So style of food, we already kind of touched on that.
Yep.
Comfort food. We've got breakfast, French toast,
yes.
and Ring of Fire burger for lunch. Can't go wrong with either one of those.
Of course.
Omelets. Anything special about an omelet?
Like I said, bring your appetite.
Bring your appetite.
Bring your appetite.
The remodel.
Oh, yeah.
We all just found out about this, 2-3 weeks ago?
About 2.5 weeks ago, yeah.
2.5 weeks ago. So, is there a time frame? How long are we looking at here?
Well, the weather did put me behind.
Yeah.
It kind of messed up everything for me. But my goal is by March 17th.
March 17th.
Yes. As long as Mother Nature plays fair and I can keep everything rolling.
She doesn't want to right now.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, she wants to keep snowing
Of
and
course.
just throwing it down.
Literally throwing it down.
Yeah, it's been wild. It's been absolutely. I know we've been like texting and emailing and
yes.
Hey, we're gonna do it. My internet was out last week. We've had some issues, and even with the internet being out over the course of this last week, it was on off with SoCal Edison with and I know a lot of people in town had power outages. Did you guys have that down there with the remodel?
The restaurant and my house.
No kidding.
It was a pain.
So you couldn't even get relief anywhere you went?
No.
Yeah, it sucks.
Tell me about it.
It's been
terrible. Pretty stressful. I've done very well to hold my own.
Yeah.
But there was parts that's just been like, ooh, give me a break. A girl needs to breathe for just a moment, please.
Well, it just means that everybody has to wait just maybe a hair longer for something that's going to be fantastic.
Exactly. But I've had some really amazing help. My husband has been my backbone. My best friends, Bobby and Tiny, and then Bobby Joe, who is actually the daughter of Joe Romero.
Okay.
Her boyfriend owns the Razor House Barbershop, and they've been coming over and just really helping us out so much. I mean, they've been a
knocking
blessing.
stuff out.
Yeah, they've been a blessing and really helping me get through it.
And it's just these folks and yourself that you're talking about doing this remodel.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some painters come up, but since they are from the AV,
right?
The weather couldn't get it in, so I would start helping primer or whatever I could to kind of make it go along a little faster, just doing my part, because I can't just sit back and watch it and not get done. I have to, my hands are in everything.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Trust me. So blood, sweat, and tears, that's what's going in.
Yeah, and Rosa, she's actually our cook. She was with Herb, and in fact, she was with the owner prior to Herb.
So more than just Herb's daughter.
Yeah.
Coming in and staying with you.
Yeah. So we're going to keep Rosa. She has been an angel. I mean, just working hard. We've had her down in the Roseman training. She's just catching on to everything, and she's really excited about all this, and I couldn't ask for somebody better to be on my side right now.
So who gets to test all the food while you guys are going through this?
Well, hello, me. I don't know. You might have to come in early and try it.
You know what, Don? Let us know anytime. So we're looking at March 17th.
Yes.
It's you, your family, friends, putting in all this time, all this effort. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't go into Jay's Hideaway when you guys open up, we're going to have a problem.
Right?
We're going to have a problem with that. Yeah, that's what we do in Tehachapi. Yeah. I feel like we love to support the community.
Well, you have to, and it's definitely a family. My son's even been in there helping me doing all kinds of stuff. It's been a family effort.
And that's the best. That's how you know it's going to pay off, right, at the end of the day.
It's not even that. It really just shows who has your back.
Yeah.
And family is always there.
Yeah. They should be.
Yeah.
Because you only get one family.
True story.
You only get one family. So events. We do a lot of events in Tehachapi, as you know. Mm-hmm. Are you guys planning on doing anything outside of like your grand opening, which we'll get to? But catering events, are you guys going to do any catering if somebody wanted to do that with you guys?
I'm going to say possibly. It's just right now, my whole focus is just trying to get this door open.
Yeah.
And then all the other goodies, I have a long list of things.
We'll figure it out as we go.
It kind of is. I just got to make sure, especially like that first 3 months. Right. That's like that.
Make or break.
Here's your sign.
Yeah.
This is going to either happen or not. So I'm kind of just waiting.
And speaking of a sign, are we going to see one that's on the road on, that 202 over there? Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
You may already see that one side of Kelly's Chuck Wagon has come down, and we're bringing in some new signs.
I don't ever leave the house anymore, so I haven't seen anything.
You know what? Honestly, I go from my house to the restaurant and back and forth.
Periodically, I get to leave, yeah.
After that, what's outside of that?
I have no idea.
There's buildings.
We used to be in the mountains all the time, but
well, actually, I've seen Home Depot more than I've cared to. But hey.
Yeah, I've been there. We've been there when we bought this house. But so we're gonna see a sign.
Yes.
You guys are gonna do a grand opening, I would assume.
Yes.
Okay. Is it gonna be like blown up big time?
Well, I am.
Red carpet style, or?
Well, I'm gonna actually kind of sign up through the chamber tomorrow. Kind of get that feel, and they said that they would help, and so also going through Coca-Cola, and they're wanting to kind of help out too, and then Monster is also donating one of their fridges with monsters to sell.
Chelsea, you can't go to Jay's Hideaway. I'm sorry.
How many do you have?
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Loaded with sugar or sugar-free?
You just said like the worst possible thing.
I know.
Even though it's the best possible thing.
Exactly, but yeah.
So, grand opening, and I mean, are you guys going to do any vendor booths? I don't know how that would work, I guess.
I'm not really
sure. For us, it's we throw some gear out and
kind of call it a day.
Yeah, it kind of works that way.
I mean, the best I could say is maybe sell some of our apparel.
Yeah.
We have some really neat shirts that are out there.
You weren't supposed to say that yet.
I'm sorry. Well, you kind of like drawing it out of me there, and I'm like, well, this would actually work. And
grand opening, March 17th. We'll just try to jump back where we were at. Mm-hmm. anything else we need to know? Is there something else that you want to tell us about Jay's Hideaway?
You know, it's a small family thing.
Because I do have one more question after this.
Gotcha. It's just a small family thing. I mean, all we really want to do is just bring good food, fun attitudes, just a different kind of environment that I've seen from all the restaurants that are out here.
Yeah.
You know, a little something different, something I love to do. I can't help it. I'm just that kind of person.
So you're saying we should go to a place that somebody has a passion?
Heaven forbid.
Yeah, darn it.
I mean, hey, you know what? Like, us talking right now, you'll see a whole nother side of me. Be like, what? Where was she? Yeah, I'm going to try to bring as much fun.
Well, we want 5-star treatment.
Oh, you will get it.
Awesome. Done. We're
You know,
there every day.
You know, right?
Every day.
Still treat you like you guys are kings and queens, but we're going to have a good time.
Well, now I can leave the house.
There you go.
Because I never do. But we do, and thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for doing this with me.
Oh, absolutely. It'll only get better. We'll do a follow-up one.
Nice.
But if everybody can see, I got to go this way because the camera... So they are going to be selling merch here. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this? I'll hold it up and you can kind of explain. What are we looking at?
There is several different shirts, but this one that I brought you is a soldier's gun in his boot with his helmet. And it says, "We sent our bravest, led by the unqualified, to do the impossible."
It's all right.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
All right, to do the impossible and die for the ungrateful. There are some that don't support and give our people that are just, they chose to do this for their lives. They chose to go protect us. And I believe that they should be loved and treated with respect and known from any war. They did this for us.
Absolutely.
You know, to protect us. And we do have more shirts. One of my favorites, it'll say America on the back. It's America. It says coffee, bacon, and guns. That is the noun of America.
Coffee, bacon, and guns. I love it. Real quick, everybody, it sounds like we're having another little issue here. We're double checking. They may need to just kind of go forward with that. But we will double check, and it's all good. That's how this works. It's loose. Yep, now we're getting thumbs up from the big crowd in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, we got it. We did it. We did it, everyone. So I love that, and thank you so much for bringing this, honestly, and we'll get you guys all dialed in. I just haven't had any time because I've been shoveling snow.
I can definitely see.
Yes, and friends are getting stuck, and it's just chaotic.
It was awesome, though.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Good times right there.
I love it, yeah, and that's how we want it, and we're going to have the audio issues, and we're going to have certain things that happen throughout this whole thing.
Oh, yeah. If anything goes right, there's something wrong.
Well, yeah, you said that earlier, and I'm like, well, that makes so much sense. And it's true. Like, it's the start of this whole thing. So, yeah. But I'm so happy to have you on for the very first episode, the real first episode. You guys are going to absolutely kill it. Anybody you want to say hello to again or give a shout out to?
My husband. Joe and my daughter Sam and my son Austin, they've really been there for me, and it means the world to me because I couldn't do this without them.
I love it.
I couldn't do this without them. I love them all.
Well, and that's what makes it all worth it.
Yeah. I will say the big man upstairs has really got my back. So, I mean, I don't know how some people are, but,
he's
really
good.
kind of kept my head on straight this last few weeks.
It's
just
not
getting
easy.
through it. It really isn't. And if anybody's out there who's actually started a business, you know what I'm talking about. You just know where I'm coming from. And sometimes you just got to...
It's exhausting.
Yeah. Put your hands up and say, look, there's nothing I can do about it right now.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
The next day is a new day. Let's see what kind of fun I'm going to have. And sometimes I've actually had to walk away and just, okay, I need like 20 minutes to breathe. All right, now back.
Oh, you're better than I am. I'll have like 14 meltdowns.
There's some things I haven't said, I mean, I've had a few tears, but you know what? In the end, it's going to be worth it.
And it's like the podcast, right? Like it progresses and we get better and better and better, and that's the way it should be.
Exactly.
we're not multimillionaires with millions of people doing all of this stuff for us. We're all doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it really special. So hopefully everybody can relate to that.
It makes it yours, and it's worth it in the end.
Absolutely, and it comes from nothing but love.
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears, honey.
Like you guys with Jay's Hideaway and what you guys are embarking on now. Even with us with T.Town clothing, we've got some other stuff that we do. Yeah, like everything.
Which I've seen your stuff, and oh my God, love it.
Thank
love
you.
it.
Yeah, fully inspired by everything in Tehachapi. So people like you, you know, and just kind of that old school, vintage, nostalgic feel, and just, you know, after hearing what you're saying, it just makes me want to go there even more.
That's exactly what I
You know, and I kind of wonder, like, how long would it have taken us to go visit Jay's Hideaway,
right?
had we not had a chance to be face to face and have that conversation? And like, I'm starting to think about that. I'm like, oh man, I'm just really happy we did get to do this, because now I know.
No, you're hungry. That's why.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm always hungry. But at first I thought it was going to be downtown.
Yeah.
So just finding out exactly where it's going to be, and that's really going to help people a lot. But also just knowing what you guys are like. It's you guys. It's your family. Like that's huge.
Yeah.
And we love to support that. So, and I think the town's going to. There's
I do
no
hope
doubt.
so, and I hope I make the town happy.
You will.
Feed
You
their
will.
bellies,
Yeah.
you know?
As long as you keep the energy, though.
That's it.
Yeah, as long as you keep the energy.
I'll keep the monsters in stock.
Where can everybody? Are you going to be posting updates on social media?
Yes, it's
Okay.
been kind of hectic. I've kind of stepped away from the phone a
Makes
little
sense.
bit. I've got a lot on my plate, but I definitely want to kind of post, you know, like little sneak peek pictures. I almost want to do like a this is before, and now look what I've done.
Yeah.
And then when we do the opening, I just want everything to be a really fun surprise.
Absolutely.
You know, why not have a little, you know,
Yeah,
string
like
you
kind of
along.
building it up a little bit, and that suspense.
It's
It's
always
killer.
different. Yeah, I'm
It's
telling
killer. So, are you on Facebook?
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram,
Yes.
TikTok?
Don't do TikTok.
No TikTok.
Facebook and Instagram, you know, I am from the older generation, so you're lucky I even know how to work those.
So those are good to go. What are the handles for Instagram and Facebook?
Instagram is Jay's Hideaway 2023. It's one word.
Okay.
And then it's for Facebook. I believe I have it as just Jay's Hideaway Tehachapi.
Perfect. So Facebook, Jay's Hideaway Tehachapi.
Yes.
Instagram, Jay's Hideaway 2023. So people can go on there.
Check it
They
out.
should go follow it right now, because you may or may not give out sneak peeks of everything.
You never know what I'm going to do.
But Thomas is going to be down there tasting all the food from now on.
You know it.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, Chelsea can go too. That's okay.
I'll give her the zero sugar monster if that helps
And
you.
and we're looking at March 17th
That's
for
right.
the grand opening.
As long as Mother Nature is kind.
As long as Mother Nature is kind. You know, in baseball we used to draw rain turtles, so it would rain, so we didn't have to play.
Right.
So maybe, what's a reverse of a rain turtle? Anybody got anything?
Who's doing the snow
A rain
dance?
donkey.
A rain donkey?
A rain donkey.
Or a dry donkey? Or a burro, maybe?
Well, you know what I say in Tehachapi? Why not just the snow deer?
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, you know, there you go.
Does that mean it's going to snow more?
Probably my
Yeah.
Honestly, with the way my luck has been, I probably just jinxed myself. Good Lord.
Well, if
help me.
anybody has something good that we could draw that'll get us some dry weather, that'd be helpful. So
Yes.
March 17th, we might just have to come in for breakfast and lunch that day.
Just hang out all day. Why don't you?
You know what? Twist my arm.
I know, right? I'm
Yeah.
so evil that way.